Hey fellow potters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight. Episode 9, Extra Large Kiln.
So is there bigger fires? No. Little spoiler about preserving food, because you keep asking. The best way to preserve food in this game is to have a clay pot with a lid filled mostly with salt, and just to put your food in there and to salt the hell out of it so it preserves better. Jerky doesn't last very long in the game, but pots full of salt will keep your food fresh way longer. But one of the voted priorities is to work on food and medicine, and that hasn't been voted on, which is why I haven't made pots full of salt. Because I work on the pulled priority, which is building up the shelter, not ones that are in chat. Otherwise, I would just constantly be diverted off from my my working priorities. So yeah, there are ways to preserve food better, but they'll have to wait until I'm not busy, or until it's voted on. So it's, yeah, as Burgon said, Chad, it's your fault that I'm not working on it. I'm not to blame. But no, seriously, I work on the voted priorities. And with that said, my 2 cents. Early on in the game, it's really easy to forage for food that doesn't get you blighted. Every day, the world gets more blighted, and it gets harder and harder to find food that won't harm you. But early in the game, it's so simple to just wander around and, like, collect some blueberries or mushrooms or whatever and just eat them, because they barely blight you at all. And you start off with, like, cured sausages, which don't blight you at all. Food later on, when everything is super blighted, that's when it starts to matter. And you're given tools and methods to prevent getting blight from new sources of food. But for the first, I would say, like, 10, 12 days or so, you don't need to be worried about, like, you know, preserving meats, because those preserved meats aren't going to last for 10 or 12 days. You know, even the jerky. Like, I'll go over to the jerky that I had and show you. Nice, I have enough mud for one more wall. So, even the jerky I made is probably... it's already, like, 30% rotted. I made it, like, yesterday or whatever. It doesn't last very long. Alright, drink all. Hey, look, I did it! I drank water! I would like a participation award, thank you. Oops, that's the smoking area. So yeah, I'm smoking the jerky, mostly just so that I don't waste the meat. But realistically, you know, I probably won't even eat it before it rots. Alright. So I'm out here for mostly long sticks to build up more of the wattle walls. So I have walls around my little shack. Walls, in my opinion, are more important than roof. Having, like, one roof is nice to keep your fire dry and keep your bed dry, so that, because if your fire is exposed to the rain, it will, and it rains overnight, your fire will go out, and then you'll get attacked by predators. And then a fire over your own roof keeps your, like, tools that are on your body dry. But, you know, most of your encampment, having a roof over it, is a luxury, not a requirement, in other words. Just in my opinion. And I'll spend a little bit of time collecting stuff here, and then I'll pull again to see if you want me to pivot tasks. So dogbane and long sticks. Regular sticks is nice to have, I suppose. Pick them all up. Can I use the random cabin as a home? No. I don't think it has a watertight roof. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, if you know better. But I believe the pre-generated cabins do not have watertight roofs. What I can do, though, is grab all the planks that are left there and, like, bring those planks home, because those are planks that I don't need to saw myself. Which is kind of nice now that I have a big old bag to store them all. But I'm not going to do that right now, because it doesn't really help me building up the home. One way to get, like, a lot of small sticks for very low effort is to cut bushes down. When you cut bushes, you get a bunch of pine branches, and you can break those pine branches down into sticks very easily. So I can show you that here. Large bush. Makes pine branches. Very young trees you can also cut down for, like, long sticks. You don't get very many, as you can see. And then it drops a bunch of pine leaves, which most of the time you have plenty of. But then these... I've done this a bajillion times, but obviously these form regular sticks. So I'm just trying to collect building materials so that we can build more of the walls up. Oh, what's in the water? Is that a wolf? What is that? Loch Ness or something. I got close and whatever was bobbling there disappeared. I swear to God I saw something. But it was a figment of my imagination, so I am officially in the hallucination phase of gameplay. Yeah, anyone that's playing this knows you need just a ridiculous amount of long sticks and dog or plant rope to build anything. And it's one of the reasons why I'm keeping the footprint of the base relatively constrained, because you could easily make like a fortress if you wanted to. With that said, for now there's only single floor fortresses. There's not like floor 2, floor 3. That's probably in the works. I don't know the full roadmap of development, but there's a lot that's in the roadmap. That much I know. But yeah, you can definitely make a large compound, especially given that this is a multiplayer game. If you have multiple people contributing to a compound build, and you're not solo harvesting, it's certainly a lot easier to build something giant. There was a black bear on the horizon. Fortunately, your character can outrun bears. So, if you see a black bear, just run. And once you get enough distance between you and the bear, it loses interest. Meaning that, like, if you get attacked by a bear, it's not, like, certain death. Because you can get away. You posted the roadmap to their Trello on Discord. Thanks! Thank you kindly. So there's another sandstone-rich rock here. I'm actually going to pick up the sand... No, you know what? I'm probably going to end up having that grinding wheel before we need to do too much more tool management. So I don't really need to push for more small sandstone. Because the small sandstone rocks, unlike regular small rocks and small stones, can't be used as hammers. So once you have a grinding wheel, you don't really need sandstone rocks, like, ever again. Just looking around for coyotes. I don't really see any. Alright. Do you want me to continue building up the shelter? Or do you want me to work on other tasks? The choice is yours. So I am intentionally building some half-height wattle walls here. And the thought process behind that is I'll have a nice lake view. So why build walls up to the ceiling? There's going to be a gate door here. It's unfortunate that there's like a stone right there. But there's going to be a gated area here, a gate to the back, a gate there, and a gate front. So lots and lots and lots of gates. My food and water is pretty good, so yeah, let's keep building for now. Also, should probably stockpile my long sticks behind my base, so that if I get attacked by coyotes or whatever in the front, I have a supply of long sticks back here to act as makeshift spears in a pinch, if and when I need to deal with that. Where is my leaves stored? Oh, literally I'm standing on it. Wow, I am blind. Oops. So here, I want to build a fence. Your fence posts don't necessarily need to... Actually, let me demo that. So your fence posts can also be medium-sized. So this will be a mixed gate back here. Rather than the front gate that had, like, 2 gates on it. You can just have the one gate like this, where I do a wattle wall like this once it has a support beam. And this is mostly so that I don't have to, like, I can easily access my tanning. And no, I don't have to run around. Of course, the stone intersects it, so let me break that down and have the stone not intersect it. So posts, medium post. Let's see, like that should do. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. And it does scale, the requirement size for walls, and then the idea was to put a gate in the remaining section here, so that I can get to the tanning easy. And because there's a little extra room, this won't swing like all the way into the base and block stuff. And then I'll do a gate back there as well. So I'm going to pivot the priority here to work on what you guys vote on. So I'm going to do, finally build the kiln, build the clay kiln, and then a clay kiln, workbench, and grinding. Grinding. I'm just going to call it grinding, because there's not enough space. So kiln first. I'll put the kiln there, maybe. I also want to probably move the crucible furnace. Not do I care? Once you start with iron, you kind of... You only make... You don't really go back to bronze. So moving the crucible furnace is maybe not that important. Because I soon won't have a use for it. Oh, it's raining. Oh, shoot. At least my tanning basin will, or soaking basin will fill up on its own. Alright. I need 250, or 2,500 grams of mud mortar. And mud mortar... Oh, come on. Fine. I'll pick up clay first. There we go. Mud mortar is a 1 to 2 ratio, so I need half that of clay. 400, 6, 8, 10, 12... There we go, and then a bunch of mud. Oh, this is double what I intend to make. Alright, let's fix that. $2,800. Yeah, it works. A little extra mud mortar's fine. Store the rest of the mud. And let's make the kiln. So this big kiln allows me to fire much larger clay stuff. It also checks off that journal task. So my unfired clay pot that's over here, I can finally fire. But I definitely don't want to fire up an entire kiln without more stuff in it. So I'm gonna... Oh, Joe, hello. Rabbit, dear Lord. Okay, I'm locking my gates. The wolf chased the rabbit, and the rabbit just, like, spooked the hell out of me. Bolting behind... I thought I was getting ganked by, like, something. I mean, it was, but it was a rabbit. So let's also, while I'm making that, I don't have an ingot mold, so I'll make an ingot mold. Don't have a soft clay jug. Hate when enemies are nearby. Slows everything down. What else don't I have? I don't have an axe mold, because my hatchet will eventually decay away where it's no longer useful. I don't have a clay mold. Did I ever make a knife mold? I don't recall. I did? Okay. Yo, seriously? I've got like a full wall here. What are you gonna do? Piss off! Oh, the roof tile I never fired. Alright, so I have a few roof tiles, which I can make into clay roofs eventually. I'm gonna put them away for now. But yeah, here's the clay knife mold that I fired. So I'll just put that on the floor over by the... Oh, you came back. What, you didn't have enough death? Fine. Game on, dude. I've got spears for days. You want to become jerky? You're dead. He damaged my iron stockpile. There's a lot of predators around. You know, I don't even need you. You just rot there. You become bone. That's right. I'm disrespecting your existence. Alright, so I did have the clay mold, knife mold, you guys are right. I have enough space that I'm just going to put it in a box. And then here's some clay roof tile. I think you need something like 36, 42 clay roof tile. Depends on how large your roof is, but you need a whole lot of it, so. The rest of this... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have space for 7 more clay roof tiles. And they can't be rotated, if you're wondering. Okay, cool. So we have a clay brick kiln full of stuff. And unlike the mud brick one, as you can see, it's charcoal fuel, not wood fuel. So it only takes charcoal, which means using the big one is more expensive. Unfortunately, I don't have any dry kindling. And also that the charcoal that I put in there is going to get wet. So I'm just going to pull the charcoal out for now and wait until things dry off. There's no point in trying to do a firing when it's wet as hell out. Oh, I have officially become blighted. So my blight is now 13 because I ate that sausage. So what I'm going to do is make my first anti-blight soup. Which is going to be really challenging because salt will melt in my inventory given the rain. Rain, can you just stop? It'd be super chill if you did. I'm also going to switch bowls that I'm making this in, knowing that the bowl that I have is going to, oops, be polluted water. So these still need to be tanned. These are ready to be leather. Once this is finished boiling, I'm going to try to move salt over. And I can put salt in this crate because this crate stays dry. Because it's under a leaf roof. Run! Yeah, it's fine. Alright. We are making some blight cure. So here it is. Again, let's review the catalog. It says per 100 milliliters, or per 50 milliliters, so I have about 140. So I need about 3 rootlets, about 6 spotted mushroom caps, and about 60 salt. Let's add a little bit. Oh, and it stopped raining. Cool. So here, if you look at the stats, this is like minus 40.46. And you can, you know, sort of change the formula. 36, 48. Still 48. I might want one more cap. Because this did say about 6. Alright, so that's 0.53. 0.58. Basically, I'm trying to reach 0.56. I'm trying to reach, like, maximum potency. So I would say, like, 0.56... Seems to be 0.57... 0.55. Okay, so let's go with 0.57. Boil. The caps that I had were about to decay away, so I wanted to do it before they fully decayed. I'm also going to take this opportunity to move my salt into the box that's next to the kitchen, so that I don't have decay problems going forward. And drinking this stuff will help to cure my, my blight. And while I wait for that to boil, I'll just make some ropes. It's one of the reasons I keep Dogbane on me. It's a really effective way to accelerate passing time. Because there isn't like a wait a while function. Oh, I forgot. I should be firing the kiln. Now that it's not raining. As well. Is this stuff still wet? Ooh, it's dry. Nice. Small stuff dries quicker. Here we go. My first big kiln burning. You can always add one more piece of charcoal if you need to keep it hot, but you can't remove charcoal. So I would suggest, if you're on the fence about how much charcoal to add less than you need. So drinking this, for about a half an hour, I'll gain minus 0.57 a minute. So, like, let's say that's about minus 15 blight. I'm blighted about 13, so I'm just going to drink this whole thing. It's going to unblight me more than the blight I have on me, but, like, I'll hit blight 0. So that'll work. And yes, it is possible to drink the other tea to mitigate the damage you get from the first tea. But right now, my thirst is filled, so I don't have room for more liquid in my body. But once I do have room for more liquid, I can cook up some chamomile tea and cure the damage that I'm causing. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do is... So that's the clay kiln. That's done. To make the workbench, I need to make a small run of copper, or rather bronze. And I'm not entirely sure I have the copper for it, so I'll have to check. With the pick I do have, I could mine up some more, but we'll see if I can make do. So, let's not use my flint to hammer. Let's use a stone. I don't want to break my flint, because it's my fire starter. Yeah, this is fun. It doesn't matter if it's flawed quality. Oh, but even then, it's good quality. So actually, I'm going to intentionally make it flawed. I'm going to use as little copper as I can in this batch. Or, you know, maybe I won't go poor. I'll go flawed. Okay, 200 milliliters of flawed. Bronze is fine. So the reason why flawed is fine is nails don't have like a quality modifier. If you're making tools, it would make for really sucky tools. But for nails, it doesn't matter at all. Has no bearing. So let's put some charcoal fuel in there, and tinder and kindling. And that probably doesn't require a lot of charcoal fuel because it's a really small run. And the original kiln? Oh, yeah, it's almost fully done. It was definitely more charcoal in that than I needed. So the clay kilns don't tell you how much, whereas the these do. So like one piece of charcoal is 16 minutes, and I only need 8 minutes to melt this. So a single piece of charcoal is enough for the crucible furnace. How many nails is 200 milliliters of bronze? It is 20, which is exactly how much I need to make the workbench. It's as if I planned it. I did. I planned it. All right. We got this whole run. The soft clay jug needs to be fired a little bit longer than everything else, but it's almost done. Oh, shoot. Woo! Just in time. I forgot to actually hit smelt. So I have 8 minutes of fuel left with 8 minutes of smelting. I checked that on that, like, with no seconds to spare. And again, to pass time, I will dogbane it. How much water does the water jug hold? 800, I think? Alright, that's done. Let's see. No, 2,500. It's way a lot of water. And usually what I'll do is I'll leave a jug. I'll leave a jug for the farm, to water the farm, and leave a jug next to the fire pit. Because while holding the jug, you can just hit fill, clay bowl, and then you pour some water in the clay bowl for purification. And only used 8% of the clay jug, so I could do that a lot, right? Alright. So the nails are hardening. So I'm going to put the mud mortar and the clay away. And I'm basically out of clay. I don't even know why I'm using this as a stockpile over here still. But the next thing I want to do is to go quarry up the sandstone, the large chunk of sandstone, to turn it into a grinding wheel. Oh, the other thing that just occurred to me is the grinding wheel itself will require bronze nails as well. So after I make this batch of bronze nails, I'm going to need to get more copper to make another batch, because I'm out of copper. So let's grab my tools. Where's the other tools? Oh, I probably put them in here when it was raining. Yep. And if you're wondering why I'm not using the iron, it's because the iron requires an entirely... Oh, there's a trapped rabbit. The iron requires an entirely different process. It requires a bloomery and a hearth furnace. So I can't just process the iron the same way I processed the... Oh boy. Hello, coyotes. Go away. I don't want to kill you. I just want you out of my path. Really? Move on. No, not towards me. God, they're all getting riled. That was avoidable, you stupid, stupid dog. Really? Trespassing now, too? I can't even... Oh, that rabbit? How did that rabbit... Oh, Jesus. Alright, let me get near my fire. Because they're not gonna hunt me near my fire. Look, I'm gonna eat some of your dead sausage relatives. That's how much I don't care for your kind. And grind up your bones. They live here now? Not for long. I'm gonna go fix that. Are they gonna chase me out here? I don't think they will. They're gonna lose interest because I've moved away from them. So this is the new dead coyote? Yeah. I didn't realize, like, I worked as a coyote poacher, or whatever. The problem is, those coyotes are, like, awfully close to my long, stick stockpile, so if I want to kill them, I'm gonna need to, find some- oh, hi dear. I'm gonna need to find new long sticks. But I'll deal with that later. The important matter is, they're no longer blocking me from my, my whetstone. Pet the dogs. That's a funny redemption, considering I was just murdering dogs. And also, given the damage I just took, while I'm out here, I should also pick up some chamomile leaves. Because, I'm hurt. Oh, there's more coyotes up ahead. But here's the sandstone that I wanted, so it's no problem. So even though this pick that I found in a cabin is, like, pretty ruined, it still gets the job done. Its mining damage sucks, and it takes a long time, but it still does it. Oh, come on. So what I'm looking for here, if you're wondering, is a large sandstone chunk, not the small ones. So I have to keep mining until I get the large one. Hopefully is this hit. There we go. Oh, that's still the... I need to quarry that more. Game, please. It's usually not this hard. Wobble, wobble, wobble. There we go. This is the large chunk I wanted. So you can take these large chunks... Oh, what the hell? Coyotes everywhere. You can take this large chunk back to your workbench and turn it into a grinding wheel for whetstone. Or whatever. It can't go in your backpack, by the way. So if you want to move big, heavy things, like firewood or tree trunks or large stones like this, you can also make hand carts or wheelbarrows, which allow you to move a lot faster with them. I chose to settle in the deep forest, which means I don't really need to move most of my firewood very long distances because I'm surrounded by, like, high-yield trees. But if you settle out in the plains over here, like if I settled there, obviously I would want like a handcart, because getting to the closest tree for firewood would be, you know, a bit of a trip. Yeah, the coyotes in this game are like wolf-sized, and the wolves are like direwolf-sized. Coyotes in real life are like 45 pounds. Unless they get huge, but usually they're not that huge. Where these guys look like they're 70 pounds? Like double the size of a normal coyote? Whatever, it's fantasy, I don't really care. Don't bother me any.
Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight, which will really stream live on Twitch October 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I'm trying to avoid spoilers to not ruin this game for others. So if you could avoid spoilers, that would be great. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Blight survivors.